All right, great. We'll go ahead and get started. Welcome. Today, we're going to give you guys a presentation about the Georgia Defense Exchange. My name is Kai Edward. I am a co-founder and partner of the Simple VUE. We developed the Defense Exchange for the state of Georgia, and we wanted to present to other states that have been awarded the OEA grant about the Defense Exchange and some of the things that we've been able to accomplish in the state of Georgia. So just to go ahead and get started, our agenda, we're going to give you a brief overview of our company. Then we'll get into the Defense Exchange and how the platform was created, what it does, and then we'll get into how the Georgia Defense Exchange supports Georgia's defense industry. So just to start off, the Simple VUE, we are a data analytics consulting firm. Our purpose is to help businesses and organizations fully exploit the power of data. So our mission is simple. We want to help companies and organizations use data to improve business outcomes. So our objectives are around empowering data-driven decision-making, reducing time to insight, and making complex data simple. So our services are data analytics, business intelligence, IT program management, and web development. So that's just to give you a quick overview of our company. We want to spend the majority of our time today about talking about the Defense Exchange. So we'll just jump right in. So the Defense Exchange is an innovative approach to engaging and understanding the defense supply chain in your state. This product or this application was created out of the GUARD initiative. The Georgia Department of Economic Development was awarded an OEA grant to study the aerospace and defense industry in Georgia and understand how defense spending affects those businesses. And so out of that, this initiative, some of the goals were to help businesses understand how to get into government defense contracting, and those defense contractors, how they can diversify their business and become resilient through the defense spending cycles. So that was the GUARD initiative, and really what came out of that, we had some key objectives that we wanted to achieve. One was to identify the defense contractors in the state of Georgia. So we really wanted to understand who are the contractors, what types of product and services that they offer, and then really identify the clusters of defense contractors throughout the state. Next, we wanted to engage the defense contractors. And we've all kind of utilized data sources such as USA spending and SBA data to understand the defense contractors or the companies that have been awarded a defense contract. But we really wanted to get key points of contact at each of these companies. We really wanted to be able to reach out to these folks when for different workshops or events that the Georgia Department of Economic Development was going to host. They wanted to be able to leverage that data for other purposes as well. And so that was another key objective of the GUARD initiative. And then also we want to understand the capabilities and the products and services that these businesses were offering. We all kind of, again, the USA spending data tells you about what a contractor has been awarded to do or provide, but it doesn't tell you the full scope of what a business could potentially offer. So that information was very critical for this project as well. Next, we wanted to help and support these businesses, give the businesses the tools and resources to compete and win new contracts. We wanted to help them to collaborate and find potential partners. In defense contracting, it's pretty difficult for small businesses to win contracts when they're very young. So finding partners is a critical component of being successful in this industry. Next, we wanted to also help companies explore other markets and other potential customers for their products and services as well. So really just, giving these contractors access to information and helping guide them on how they can diversify their business. And so some of the key challenges in each of these objectives. And so a challenge was in identifying the contractors is, where do we find data about these companies? Again, we used, we're familiar with the USA spending data and SBA data, but those data sources can be limited, especially if you want to understand the third and fourth tier contractors that might not have been awarded a defense contract. And then also we wanted to reconcile this data with the companies that our client already had. So the Georgia Department of Economic Development already had a database of some of the defense contractors in the state of Georgia, and then we wanted to figure out a way how we can kind of reconcile that data and leverage it for some type of insights. And then we wanted to figure out what tools we could use to analyze and visualize this data. And so the next issue we had in this, or the challenge we had in this, in the engaging objective, is how do we find information that's not publicly available, and then how do we engage the people at these particular companies? So USA Spending Data, again, is great for telling you about that particular business, but doesn't give you the name and contact information for the person who runs that business. And then again, finding information about the full scope of services that these businesses offer is a pretty difficult task. So we wanted to figure out a way to gather this type of information. And then lastly, we wanted to figure out how we can scale the support of these defense contractors. The OEA grant is a finite period of time where we have funding for this particular effort. But we wanted to figure out a way that we can scale this support across all the contractors that we could potentially touch through this time period. And so what we created was is called the Defense Exchange. It is an interactive business development platform designed to assist businesses in finding new opportunities in Department of Defense contracting. And so the whole idea behind this platform is that if we create a platform that made it easier and faster for contractors to find information, and also a place where contractors can collaborate and potentially partner, that they would give us more information about their company's capabilities and their performance. And we would then be able to leverage that data and offer better services to those businesses and be able to connect them to more opportunities in the future. So that's the whole idea around the reason why we created the Defense Exchange. So the Defense Exchange is a business collaboration platform. It's a one-stop shop for defense contractors. And so there's three pillars of features offered through the Defense Exchange. One is the business-to-business collaboration tools. Two is the community engagement and communication tools. And then lastly, it's the data visualization tools. So here's an example. Here's a video of what the directory looks like. The directory is really one of the core components of the application. This is where all the businesses that do defense contracting in Georgia, this is where they're all listed. The base data set is from USA Spending and from SBA data and some other data sources that we gather information from. And we created this intuitive platform, this intuitive user interface to allow people to find companies, find information that they're looking for. So kind of just taking you through some of the things that this particular module is capable of. So you can actually search for contractors. You can see where they're located on the map. When you open the contractor window, you can see their award amount history. So how much money they've been awarded, how many contracts they've been awarded. You can actually contact them through this particular window. You can look at their top NAICS codes and PSC codes and some description and other information about the contractors. And then once a user decides to sign up on the platform and and fill out a company questionnaire, companies can also upload their capability statement to the platform as well. And so all this information, again, is accessible through the directory. And so really the idea around this is to try to make it easy for people to find the companies that they're interested in. The next and probably the most valuable module for defense contractors is the opportunities module. So we aggregate data from many different procurement websites into this platform. So, you know, FBO, Fed Connect, and a few other sources. We bring all that data together into this platform and allow contractors to, you know, query the database and find the opportunities that they're most interested in. You know, it's really meant to be the one-stop shop. You can actually go to FBO from here once you find an opportunity that you're interested in, or you can decide to, you know, download the attachments and you can save the opportunity to your profile so you can come back to it. There's many great uses that you can get out of this particular module. So here I'm just showing you, this is the window that displays more information about the opportunity. You can actually look for contractors. You can share this opportunity with others. You can track the opportunity as well. You can download the attachments. And then lastly, we also added analytics. And so you can look at how often this contract is awarded over the last couple of years, how much money, what's the average award amount, which agencies are awarding those types of contracts. So really give contractors a high level view of the type of activity around the NAICS codes or PSC codes that they're interested in. Next is the history module. So we take data from USA Spending, and we created this interface that allows our users to query our history database for contracts, previously awarded contracts. You can actually look at the contractor that was awarded the contract as well. So if you find out a contract you're interested in and you want to find out more about that company that was awarded the contract, you can look at all of that information you know, through this particular module. So those were the business-to-business collaboration tools. Next, we'll get into the community engagement and communication tools. And so one of the critical pieces of our platform is our messaging platform. And so you're actually able to communicate within the platform. So we've built out a messaging platform within the application, so users can communicate. So if you find a contractor that you want to communicate with about an opportunity, or you want to reach out to them for subcontracting opportunities, you can actually do that through the platform. So it's really meant to you know, be a similar interface to other tools that we've utilized, like LinkedIn or Facebook. Really give contractors the ability to communicate and collaborate. The next section is the news and resources section, or just really the home page of the application. As soon as you log in, you'll actually see that there's you'll see that at the very top here is the top opportunities. This is based upon the profile of the particular user. So I'm actually logged in here, and so our top opportunities are based upon the type of work that my company provides. So everybody's home page is customized to the types of work that they engage in. So it's really meant to help businesses really find opportunities quickly. Again, you know, as soon as you log in, here are the top 5 opportunities at this particular point in time. And one thing I would note is that the opportunities module, where we aggregate all the contract data from these procurement websites, is real time. So it's constantly updated with new opportunities. So we're constantly pulling data from those places. The history module is also updated once a month from USA Spending. So just to give you a kind of an idea of how often data is refreshed. So again, this is the home page. It has a activity feed here where you can allow your users to post content, or you can actually restrict it to just only allowing your organization to post content. And so for the Georgia Defense Exchange, just the Georgia Department of Economic Development can post content to this particular web page, or to this application. Next is the data visualizations. So one of the other critical points that we wanted to cover in the GUARD initiative is to have a directory and a map to kind of show where the contractors are located throughout the state of Georgia. And so we built out this directory that allows contractors allows users to find contractors based upon NAICS codes or PSC codes, and see where they're located and what other contracts have been awarded. It's just another view of the contractor directory. And then lastly, we built out analytics throughout the application, really trying to allow to give contractors the ability to analyze data about the types of products and services that they offer, and really get some insights as to whether an opportunity is something that they want to pursue, or if there's might be an opportunity to partner with someone else, just because the opportunity sizes are quite large. So you're able to get that kind of detail from the opportunities and history modules. So we've been talking about what all the Defense Exchange offers contractors, and so one of the obviously critical points that we want to highlight is all of the great things that it offers state agencies and organizations. And so really we want to be able to allow the data that's being gathered in the exchange and to be leveraged in the economic impact tool. So one of the big deliverables out of the OEA initiatives is a economic impact tool, defense supply chain mapping, all of those great tools. And we're actually able to now leverage that data in the tool that's intuitive for your organization to utilize. And the data is real time. It's not something that is updated just once a year or quarterly. It's just something that is continually updated because it's connected to the Defense Exchange. So one of the other critical points of this that I want to highlight is, a lot of the other tools that we've seen on the market are they actually don't have the users or the company owners' information. So if you find a company that you want to reach out to, then you have to go find that information somewhere. With the Defense Exchange, you're actually able to have that information right at your fingertips. And as soon as you want to contact someone, the information is right there in your hands to make that happen. So just to wrap up about the Defense Exchange, and then we'll get into the Georgia Defense Exchange and about how Georgia has leveraged it. Our platform as a service offering has two components. It's the Defense Exchange that we've been presenting, and then also the economic impact application. So the Defense Exchange is something that that states or regions can host on their own website from their own subdomain, and you can have full ability to customize it for your own branded experience. And then you can also modify the functionality. So you can restrict certain things, or you can allow access to certain things to certain user groups. So you have full control over how your users interact with the application. Also, the data is real time, so you will have access to that. And then there's administration modules that allow you to monitor and manage the application. As part of what we offer is also support. So we will, one of the critical components that makes this type of implementation successful is having a really built out marketing strategy and execution. And that's something that the Simple VUE will execute on your behalf. Also, we do company validation. So we'll research and validate new companies that are requesting to be added to your directory. Also, we'll help manage the content. So we'll monitor and and manage user-submitted content before it's actually posted on the website. And then this is a managed solution, so we fully monitor and support the application, software upgrades. There's really no work from an IT perspective on your side, and you guys have full access to the application. And then so again, the data from the Defense Exchange supports the economic impact application, and so you have access to real-time dashboards, visualizations, and tools that you can leverage utilizing the data from the Defense Exchange. And this is a fully managed solution from the Simple VUE, and so you'll have on-demand access to the data and tools. Great. So let's get into how the Georgia Defense Exchange has supported the state of Georgia. So we want to start off by showing you a testimonial from a company that's had a lot of success utilizing GDX. So without further ado.
My name is Terrence Spencer, Chief Executive Officer of Spenergy.
Antonia Spencer, President, Spenergy.
In 2015, we developed our own proprietary line of lubricating oils and greases, specifically for the marine, aviation, industrial, and automotive transportation markets. And we've developed our product lines up to about 500 different products to this date. In addition, we've added some supply and distribution of major branded labels like Chevron, as well as Citgo lubricant products. We started with government contracting back in 2015. We utilized FBO.gov primarily to source different types of opportunities and contracts. GDX differs from other tools that we use in one short, simple, sweet answer: user-friendly. The federal government, different databases and procurement systems, most of them are outdated due to the technology or because of the security for whatever reason, and it's very difficult for a lot of reasons in order to be able to search through and navigate through the information. GDX is excellent at dumbing everything down, making the interface user-friendly, and providing information for you that's relative.
And additionally, the filters that are on there as well, because as much as you know what you do want, it also helps you to pick the stuff you do not want.
GDX has helped us to improve our business just from the point of, for contract research process, it's cut it almost in half, because we don't have to spend time in going through each system and all these logins and passwords and changing them GDS is one simple tool. So it allows you to research contracts by history, by spend. It allows you to look up the different types of vendors, who's consistently soliciting contracts under your NAICS code or PSC. It allows you to understand your competitive landscape, which companies are usually being awarded these type of contracts, the amounts. It gives you an understanding of, number one, can you compete? Number two, who are your competitors? And number three, will it be profitable? That has been the biggest impact that has been profound for our business. Since we found out about the GDX system, we've been awarded about 10 federal contracts, upwards to about almost 400,000. Utilizing systems like that and being able to make it simple, especially for businesses, for small businesses, is so critical.
We were able to use the platform in our business development strategy, helping us to identify other agencies that we may not have considered in the past as targets going forward. So we were able to build them into our business plan, come up with goals and objectives that we've set for the next 6, 12, and then 18 months of how to target them, who these people are, what they're buying. So it's given us tools that we have not had in the past, where we're actually able to get our hands on real data that allows us to make good, sound business decisions from.
If you don't know anything about government contracting, or if you're just starting out, or if you're a small business, you've had experience in government contracting before, it will help you no matter what stage you're at in your understanding of the federal procurement process. Using a platform like GDX is paramount in any facet of business that you're in, because it can provide you with a lot of value with absolutely no waste and no cost other than time.
Just to give you guys a little bit, they were new into government contracting about a year ago, and they attended an event that was hosted by the Georgia Department of Economic Development and called SOAR, and that was an opportunity for them to hear about the Georgia Defense Exchange. And Terrence Spencer, the CEO of that company, was really excited about the platform, and he began to use it. And we reconnected about a couple of weeks ago, and he told me that he won over 10 federal contracts since last year, which amounted to over $400,000 for his business. And he was just really passionate about how it allowed him to streamline the process of finding opportunities. And then also being able to have a direct connection to the Georgia Department of Economic Development, and how much that's kind of helped him and grow his business. So I'll send the video out to you guys after the call so you guys can hear directly from Terrence about his experience using the Georgia Defense Exchange. And also after, as soon as I get done through the presentation, at the end, I'll answer any questions that you guys have, so that we can make sure that you guys have a good understanding of what the Defense Exchange offers. So how the Defense Exchange has helped state of Georgia. The first objective was to identify the defense contractors in Georgia. And so we have this, we wanted to analyze and visualize the defense contractors in Georgia, and then also create an online public directory. Those were the two deliverables out of this objective. So we started off by pulling data from USA Spending and SBA. And then again, the Georgia Department of Economic Development also had data as well. And then we also partnered with another organization called GTPAC, or Georgia Tech Procurement Assistance Center. Their goal is to help businesses get into government contracting. So they have a lot of young companies that are looking for tools to utilize and resources and workshops to help them get into defense contracting. So we created the Defense Exchange, Georgia Defense Exchange, and that was, and that also allowed us to also leverage or crowdsource company data from users. So to get into the Defense Exchange, you have to sign up, and then you're prompted to fill out a company questionnaire. That questionnaire allows your business to submit information about what type of work you guys they do, who they've subcontracted for, how long they've been in business, all the NAICS codes and PSC codes, and capabilities and specialties that their business offers. And that information can be all queried and from the data from our directory. So it really allows someone that does, say, something that's very niche, they can still be found in the directory because, if you just type in that particular specialty or capability, our database queries database for those type of keywords. So I really want to make sure that one thing is noted here is that this is our directory is more than just data from USA Spending. We're also bringing data from the internal, Georgia Department of Economic Development, and also GTPAC. And then we're also crowdsourcing company data, which is a critical component of why we built the Defense Exchange. So in the end, we were able to conduct a deep dive analysis, understand the makeup and capabilities of Georgia's defense industry, and then we created a tool for ongoing analysis. And so this tool is something that is leveraged every day by the department, and something that's become a critical component of how they do outreach to the defense contractors in the state of Georgia. So the second objective was to engage defense contractors in Georgia. So really, we spent the last year and a half doing an outreach campaign and going to many different industry association and events to tell people about the Georgia Defense Exchange. We also did some marketing campaigns and also created a newsletter as well to send out to users and to folks in the industry. And so our message was, sign up for the Georgia Defense Exchange and claim your listing. So if you've been awarded a defense contract, you would already be listed in the Defense Exchange because, again, our base data set is from USA Spending. So people can query the database and find you, but if you're not actually part of the platform, people wouldn't be able to actually reach out to you directly. So that was our message to those defense contractors, and it was also pretty effective in getting people to sign up. So the process is, claim your listing and fill out a company questionnaire. Once they completed it, it'll be listed inside the directory. Again, all company submissions have to go through a vetting process. So not just any old company can be listed in the directory. But if the company is a valid company and reach all the criteria, they would be listed in the Georgia Defense Exchange. And so the result of this objective was that we were able to increase awareness about GDX, we increased the user base, and we were able to gather data on over 400 companies in the state of Georgia. So the next objective and last objective is that was to support the Georgia defense contractors. And so first part of that is really helping contractors compete and win new contracts. And so the opportunities module was critical in making that happen. We're showing opportunities not just at Department of Defense opportunities, we're showing opportunities across all state agencies. And you're able to query the database and find opportunities that fit your NAICS codes or PSC codes. You can even do an open text search as well to find those contracts with a specific keyword. You can download the attachments, you can look at analytics. So it's really meant to be a one-stop shop, again, so that you don't have to go to multiple places to find opportunities. So this really is the part of the platform that really saves contractors a lot of time and effort. One another critical component is that you're actually able to save or track opportunities. So if you click that button to track an opportunity, you can actually go back to it at a later date. Also part of this this initiative, we partnered with the Georgia Tech Procurement Assistance Center, and that allowed, that partnership was great because they have over 2,000 clients that they help each year get into government contracting. And so this, education about the Georgia Defense Exchange and how to utilize it and why to utilize it is now part of their curriculum. It's something that they are telling their clients each and every day. This is a resource that they can utilize for free. Next is to connect contractors to potential partners. And so one of the really unique aspects of this platform is that you're actually able to find partners based upon the opportunity that you're looking at. So if we're looking at, for a particular NAICS code, we find an opportunity that we're interested in. We can click on it and we can use this find contractors functionality. And you can actually go in and search for contractors based upon NAICS codes, PSC codes, or set-asides. And so again, you're looking at a particular opportunity and it's, fits this industrial truck trailer NAICS code. You can go in, click this button and find contractors that have that similar NAICS code on their profile, and begin looking at their profiles and find a potential partner that you might be, you might want to partner with on a particular opportunity. And again, the other cool part about this is that once you find a contractor that you're interested in, you can contact them right in the platform. And begin having a conversation about the opportunity. And the next thing is, within the opportunities module, you're also able to, sorry guys. Again, we're showing opportunities across all federal agencies, not just Department of Defense. So you're able to, help contractors diversify their business and look at other agencies that might be interested in the products and services that they offer. And so the result of this objective, we were really able to provide ongoing support for Georgia's contractors. We were able to also strengthen the partnerships with other state agencies. And so, again, this is a great platform to allow other development organizations that are in your states to partner, and hopefully, you guys bring resources together and create something that is truly impactful for the contractors in your own state. And then we're also supporting the growth and diversification of Georgia's defense industry. The access to information is huge. If more companies knew about how to get into the defense contracting and the benefits of it, that can offer a great impact to the Department of Defense, where now they have more suppliers for a particular product or service, and hopefully get better pricing for those goods and services. So in the end, the Defense Exchange has allowed Georgia to have a much clearer view of their defense industry. It's also given them the ability to connect with the defense contractors in their state and connect their contractors to other opportunities, new opportunities, and potential partners. So let's talk quickly about the impact of the Defense Exchange. So in 2017, the defense contractors in the Georgia Defense Exchange were awarded $650 million in 2017. So also 40 companies won contracts that didn't win a contract in 2016, and 23 companies won a contract for the first time in 5 years. And so this really gave us, a good feeling that the platform had some success with contractors. And again, we've been the platform has been implemented for about a little bit over a year now, and so we're just now getting some of the results back from the feedback and the data that we're looking at. So right now we have over 600 users and over 450 companies that have that represent that 600 users, and we're averaging anywhere from 11 to 25,000 page views per month. And users also visit on average 3 times a month and view over 15 pages. And so one of the last pieces I wanted to wrap up on is that we've learned a lot through implementing GDX in the state of Georgia, and so we really wanted to bring those lessons learned to any opportunity that we have in the future. So one of the things that was a critical learning was that marketing is critical to the success of this project. One thing that I always like to stress is that the exchange is only as powerful as the users that are using it. And so some of the key things that helped really drive some results is that we had a press release from the governor that really kicked off the user growth. And so that was really a great marketing tactic for us. So we did some online advertising and like banner ads and stuff like that, and we realized that wasn't really all that effective. But we believe that email campaigns and then also outreach initiatives by actually going to different contracting organizations was a really critical, or that was a really useful or effective marketing strategy. The next, lessons learned was that keeping contractors engaged was difficult. So we had to really add some features and communications to really keep contractors engaged and keep them coming back to the platform, and understanding how to utilize the tool and the amount of time that it saves. So once we implemented some new features and started communicating with the contractors, we saw a 600% increase in time on site, which was a huge increase for us. And then also we just started gaining some feedback from contractors, and we're starting to add new features that continue to make their lives a little bit easier in finding contract opportunities. And then offering training to make sure that our contractors understand how to utilize the platform. So with that being said, I will take questions